What's up everyone, welcome back to Laceup channel. My name is Mickey. In today's video, I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about catch weights. Now I've talked about catch weights before on this channel, but the purpose of today's video is to show you how to control your catch weights in the warehouse. I've brought with me our warehouse management system scanner and some barcodes with some catch weighted items. What I'm going to do is pick a few orders for you so you can see how it operates, but not just that. I'm going to walk you through what a catch weighted item is, how it comes into the warehouse, how to pick it, how to ship it, and how to do your return. So let's get right into it. So what is catch weight? Catch weight is a concept where you have the same product, but every single case of that product weighs different. Now this is traditionally used in the meat industry. You'll get a case of filet, and that case will weigh 50.25 pounds, and then you'll get a second case of filet, and that'll weigh 49.95 pounds. You'll notice that there are decimal points in the weight. That's because each case is weighed, labeled before it's sent by your vendor to you. Now I know you're like, Mickey, this is common sense. I'm in the meat industry for years, I get it. But for those of you that don't know, that's what it is. So now you know what catch weights are and whether or not they apply to you. The next thing that's important is how to track catch weighted inventory. So when tracking catch weights, the most important thing to consider is, do you have the resources to capture the weight, the lot number, and the expiration date for every single case as it comes in on entry? So normally what happens is you get a pallet of a certain item. There's maybe 80 cases on that pallet, and you don't know the exact weight of each of those 80 cases unless your vendor sent you a spreadsheet ahead of time containing the contents of that pallet. So best practice normally is to break down the pallet and use a scanner like this to build the pallet and scan every single one of the barcodes on that pallet. Now when you do this, when you scan each of the barcodes, the warehouse management system should record in its inventory an inventory position for every single case. That inventory position will include the item name, the description, the lot, expiration date, and weight. So that, let's say, is the advanced way to track catch weights. There is also a much simpler way, and it's used by those that maybe don't have as many resources. And that simple way is, we're not tracking on entry the lot, the expiration, or the weight. We're receiving cases against a purchase order. And once those cases are received, we're just taking the total weights of all of those cases and we're pushing that into our payables. And the way we know the total weight is because the total weight is always outlined on the PO or the bill of lading that you get from the vendor when they drop off the product. Now this is a little bit dangerous because you truly don't know if the vendor shorted you or if their total weight is incorrect, but I do have customers doing this because they just don't have the resources to break down the pallet and scan every single case. So now you know what catch weights are, how to track inventory for catch weights. At this point, you're understanding how to implement one of these systems in your warehouse. I think it's super important now to actually pick an order for you. So if we boot up this scanner right here, this is a Zebra scanner. In the case of our WMS, we support both Zebra and Honeywell, but you're gonna use something like this to scan these barcodes and capture the weight, lot number, and expiration. Now, irrespective of whether you actually track the inventory by weight, lot number, and expiration, or you just track it by case, because it is catch weighted and you need to invoice by the pound, you have to scan the barcode. So you'll see here on the screen how we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines on this order. And to pick, all we have to do is walk up to the barcode and scan the barcode. Now for the purposes of this demo, I've configured 2 types of items. This one and this one are not catch weight. This one right here is catch weight, and this one right here is also catch weight. So let's go ahead and go to our pick list and look at the first item. It's the A2ASHS, and it's in the dry bin ending in 1577. So that is the first item here on my list of barcodes. So all I have to do to pick is I take my scanner, walk up to the item, and scan the item. The moment I do that, it opens a second screen and I enter the number of cases that I'm picking from that bin location. Now again, because in this system, we're tracking inventory by the case, lot number, and expiration date, you'll see how it automatically filled in both the lot and the expiration, how the total weight is 0 because that is not a catch weighted item. So once I'm done, I hit done. Okay, let's go ahead and pick the second item on the list, the original hickory grilled. So I walk up to the original hickory grilled anywhere in my warehouse. In the case here, it's in the bin ending in 1592. And all I have to do is scan that barcode. The difference here is when I scan the barcode, you'll see how it automatically incremented the weight by 15 and told me that I picked one case, but the order's for 2. Let's go ahead and pick the second case. Now I went ahead and scanned the second case once again because in inventory, I've got multiple cases with the same exact weight. Not really a realistic example, but it just happens to be what I have here. Nonetheless, I scanned lot number, expiration date, and weight. So let's work our way down to the third item, the vegan meatballs. The vegan meatballs, again, are not catch weight, which means all I'm gonna do is confirm the quantity that I'm picking. So I'm gonna confirm it. That's my lot number and expiration. Then I'm gonna hit done. And last but not least, the chicken bones, the last catch weighted items. So I'm gonna go ahead and scan this. We gotta pick 3 cases. 1, 2, 3. You'll see on each of those scans how the system captured the weight. And if we go deeper into the line itself, you'll be able to see each of those cases, the lot, the weight, and the expiration. A total of 3 were picked, and then I am done. So now I completed the entire pick. I scanned both catch weighted items and not catch weighted items. What's important to know is that from your WMS, you should be able to print the barcode at minimum for items with a catch weight. Those that don't have a catch weight aren't as necessary because you could just scan the barcode. But from our system, you can print these labels. And again, these labels are really necessary for scanning for picking so that when you go invoice the customer, the invoice represents the cases that were scanned, the weights that were scanned, the lot numbers that were scanned, and the expiration dates that were scanned, because at the end of the day, catch weighted items are invoiced by the pound. They're not invoiced by the case. So the warehouse management system should deduct the cases from inventory and should export to your system of record, whether it be QuickBooks, NetSuite, Acumatica, etc., should export the weights picked for this customer, the lot numbers, and the expiration dates. So the invoice closes the loop and allows you to send it to the customer and collect payment on that open receivable. So that's the end of the video, guys. We've talked about catch weights, receiving, how to track inventory, and lastly, how to pick catch weighted items. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go down below, comment, give me your feedback. How do you track your catch weighted items? Did you see anything here that made you doubt or question your processes? Well, I'd love to know. Besides that, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care.